Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype? It's big game, big game. Analysis from the player's point of view. Injuries, big trades, player news. Yeah, sector competition, and he play with Tony Dungy. Better listen, I'm talking about Big Game Sports Buzz. Said everything you need and more. Yeah. Big Game Sports Buzz. I thought I told you once before. We call him Big Game James. Yeah, Big Game James. Big Game James.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Big Game Sports Buzz, with a sports fanatic and the pro athlete get together to talk about sports and all other things relevant to where is in all that English. I am the buff nerd, Jay Stoggs. Let's go. And of course, I'm joined by the man, the myth, the legend, the reason why the show is called what it is. That guy, that dude, Big Game James. What up, man?
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That should be my line, sir. Because I got roasted for comments that I made last week about what you do with your children at track meets and or sporting events if they get blowed out. So
hold on. You who gave you a hard time about that, man?
You and your friends.
Hey, just let me tell you that was probably one of the best shorts that I've ever made. Some of the best laughs and comments that people said they wanted to give us. So big shout out to Jay Stoggs and just putting his business out there on the Chop Shop and letting us have fun with it.
Yo, make sure you check out the Chop Shop on Wednesdays. You never know. You never know. But tonight on Big Game Sports Buzz, here on Big Game Sports Buzz, we got some. Hey, look, the basketball season is officially over, so we're going to talk about all that.
Now?
It's over now. It's officially over. The 22-23 is in the books. We're also going to talk about some WNBA news, specifically Brittany Griner, of course, and all of that. The running back position, what is going on? We've been talking about this, but now I think it's really coming to a head. As you're saying, some big names not being signed or being released or holding out. Just saying. Shoei Otani, man, we've got to talk about this guy. I mean, he came in, dusted up my Rangers, but look, this guy, he may be the guy.
Asian Babe Ruth, huh? Man. Maybe better. And of course, KD, LeBron, they're near the end of their careers. What team should they retire under? What banner should they retire under? And of course, we have our old hell no, keep it on the court. We're going to talk about basketball, as we talked about, and tonight's top 5 list. Look, summer is upon us. Officially, what's the top 5 vacation spots that you either want to go to or you've been to? Hit us up in the chat. You know what it is. Let's go. 4 downs. That's right. We're now in our 4 downs, the hottest sports topics that are going on right now. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this cast with your friends, your family, your enemies. I don't care. Just somebody. Share with somebody. Talk about it. Let them know what we're doing here because it's great content. We are on our 81st episode together. I can't believe it. Well, I can because it's good stuff. That's crazy, dog. Time flies when you're having fun, brother.
Man, time flies when you're having fun. Of course, you can check us out on your favorite platform for podcasting. We're there. So, let's do this thing. First up, in our first down, Brittany Griner. She came back. She's playing for Phoenix Mercury. They're not doing all that hot right now in the season, but came back to her home state, right? Came back to play the Wings. Wings triumphed, right? But Baylor players came up,
watched her play. She took photo op with him. The coach from Baylor came up and, hey, we need to mend this relationship, because if you don't know, her and Mulkey, not really, they didn't leave on the best of terms. And Brittany was actually not, welcome back on the campus of Baylor. So now they're trying to mend some fences there in Waco. Hopefully she can come back, maybe consult, maybe be on, I don't know, staff, who knows? But as she's walking through the airport of DFW Airport, because WNBA players cannot take chartered planes, and we'll talk about that in a minute, right? Someone basically, this is a person that came up and said, hey, you're the reason why the merchant of death is free. How you feel about that? Right? So basically just abusing it, talking out the side of their neck.
And they said the person that did it, Jay, is that type. He's not even, I don't use the word influencer, but he's big on Twitter and is real big with controversial banter, I guess.
Provocateur.
Okay, yeah. You put your Stephen A. Smith words out. I'm gonna use the big game dictionary.
There you go.
He that asshole that starts stuff with folks when he see him and don't need to be. So,
right. Yes. Provocateur.
When you said you wanted to talk about this, and I heard about everything that came out, and I was like, you know what? I was like, do we really need to talk about this? And then the more I thought about it, Jay, I was like, Jay Stocks hit on a good point, because I know you touched on it before.
Yeah.
This would never happen in the men's game because they fly charter.
Yeah.
They don't fly commercial. Yeah. They don't go through the airport. They don't have to be seen. They go, to their little jet bridge and get on the plane on the runway and fly on to the next city.
Yeah.
And a lot of this could be avoided, because we know no matter what happens from here on out, Brittany Griner's personality has become bigger than the game of basketball now, because of being detained in Russia. Now, you and I, being sports fans, we're big on Brittany Griner because we know who she is, what she's done, and we know her for hooping. But so many people that had nothing to do with sports now know her as a political figure.
Right.
Well, that's not the word I'm looking, but you know what I'll get at, right?
Yeah.
So they know her in this light of, well, she was a symbol of the country. We had to fight to get her free from Russia. And now here it is. You're going to talk about the merchant.
Oh, that's good.
Come on.
Yeah. Symbol of the country. And I think that part right there is what is getting people riled up, is, how is this equitable? How is this equal? She plays basketball. This dude deals guns, and I think you have that part. And then you also have the part of, okay, wait, she now, because of that situation, can now fly charter jets and charter planes. The whole reason why the WNBA cannot is because some teams can't afford
it. Yeah.
Can't afford it. So they want to have fairness in the game.
So would it be fair for money or something to be raised where each team can afford to map out prior to a season what it would cost to fly charter and do it? Something's got to be done, because this is my whole thing. You can't control what everyone does and says when you go places and do things.
Right.
And we know that. AJ, I told you the story about being hurt on the field and getting on a cart to get carried to the locker room, and fans in Jacksonville cheering, and I call them out, fucking Duval. I call them out. They cheering and celebrating my injury on the way to the locker room.
Right.
At the end of the day, dude, I'm a human. I'm a person.
Right.
But at the same time, with what you do, that goes along with it. Brittany Griner never stepped. I'm sure she doesn't step out of the house thinking like, well, everyone's going to love me forever because I was detained in Russia. And I won't ever have to deal with anything. One, she's a woman. She is, well, she's a woman that has gone through a lot of things just because of her lifestyle, how she decided to live her life, and that's cool. That's her. I understand that, but she's always gonna face some type of criticism. She's always gonna have someone coming at her crazy already, and now you get somebody that's just like, I'm gonna be that dude today, and throw stuff on top of it, and
Right.
you know, it doesn't have to be like that. Like something's got to give.
Yeah, for clicks and views, and that's
Yeah.
the NBA and the WNBA have to do something better. The NBA can definitely foot the bill, in my opinion, for the next couple of seasons, 3 seasons, for them to have charter planes until they figure out the WNBA figures it out or whatever they got to do. But
and donate the money to the league. Make it a charitable donation and write it off. I mean,
exactly.
Come on, man, give me a break.
They can definitely do that.
This doesn't have to. This shouldn't have happened. It doesn't have to happen, and you know something's got to be done because, like I said, with the internet being so popular, people are always recording. They're waiting for the big moment to try and go viral. I mean, I've seen video Jay, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait a minute, y'all seen this man get stomped out, but yet no one put their phone down to go help. But we got 95 views of the person getting beat down, or the prank and the joke getting played to where it's humiliating, but all y'all watched and recorded and no one stopped to stop it. It's a sick world we live in, man.
That's it, man. We'll continue to track and all of that, but it's something's got to give, bro. Second down. Man, we keep talking. I feel like we keep talking about this, especially during the football season, and it's getting worse and worse and worse, I think, every season. And that's the position wars, as I like to call it. Dalvin Cook was released by Minnesota earlier this month. James Robinson now has been released by the Patriots, and he was there, 2-3 months? I think no more than 4 months, with a non-guarantee contract with a lot of stipulations around his injuries, which I get that, but it was very Patriot friendly, if you will. Wallace, what up, dude? Good to see you, my guy. And the latest now, Saquon Barkley is not signing his franchise tag, which would give him $10.1 million.
Right.
Basically saying, hey, you know what? Y'all got to value what's this situation right here. Obviously you played in the game, big game. Man, what's going on with that?
Man,
what's your feelings on it?
Well, it's a total slap in the face, and what's up, Keith? And it's disrespectful to the point where, I mean, it is what it is now. And even Jay, think about it. In our mock draft, we're like, oh man, running back position of value, we can get that later. We don't have to move up too fast unless it's, a mind-blowing talent. But when it comes down to, I did a piece today on Dalvin Cook and why I think your Cowboys should pursue him. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a second. But you look at Dalvin Cook since 2017 and being in the league, he's had almost 1,000 yards every year. He had over 1,300 yards for 3 years in a row. The bell cow and the workhorse of the Minnesota Vikings offense to help carry an incompetent quarterback in Kirk Cousins. Yet they figured that they can go without and let him go and put the ball in the hands of Kirk Cousins to have success because of Jefferson. That play action pass worked very well because of Dalvin Cook in the backfield. Saquon Barkley is another one. You paid Daniel Jones, you paid Dexter Lawrence. Now Dexter Lawrence, you had to pay him. He's considered top 10 defensive lineman in the league. Lawrence deserved his money. He got it. Daniel Jones, you didn't pick up his 5th-year option. Now you're afraid to lose him, don't want to start over. You overpay him at the quarterback position, point blank, period.
Yeah.
You're not sure if you want to pay Saquon and let's go ahead and put a franchise tag on. It's bull, and I hate it. Now, the Giants did say that they offered him a deal close to $14 million a year, and he turned it down. Saquon Barkley came out and said that it wasn't nearly close to that number, and that's a lot. So who's lying? I don't know. And I'm gonna shut up in a second because I'm pissed on rambling a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's look at the Giants' offensive numbers. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, Saquon Barkley hasn't played a complete year in the last 3 years. He's only played one total season in the last 3 years. True, but some of that too is because of how much they worked him to death, how much they give him the ball, how much they need the ball in his hands. But it showed when he is healthy and when he is available, he is a top 5 running back in the NFL.
Yes.
Point blank, period. And if that's the case, and the way Brian Daboll called his offense last year, I know he wants Saquon Barkley there.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. Dalvin Cook, 27 years old. Robinson, 24 years old. Saquon Barkley is around that same age, right? So now we're looking at, hey, what the league has done, in my opinion, is they've looked at running backs basically at around 25, 26, 27 years old and said, okay, we've used the tread is thin on them. Let's move to the next one. And basically it's just a round robin of rookie contracts and saying, hey, we may sign you for that 1 year, put a franchise tag on you for 1 year. Then after that, we'll just go ahead and get in the draft and find someone else. Or there's another running back or running back by committee. I just don't see it, though.
And to fairness, Jay,
yeah,
the Minnesota Vikings did ask Dalvin Cook to restructure his deal. They asked him to restructure.
But should he?
No, he shouldn't have. I'm glad he didn't. They're not asking everybody else to restructure. They probably about to extend Joseph Jefferson.
And it's that part right there where, obviously here Zeke restructuring, and we're like, okay, look, a lot of it has to do with the line as well as the play calling.
Mm-hmm.
But Zeke has lost a step. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah,
he is not what he is not $100 million running back.
Exactly. Now,
Okay?
Jay, to me, that situation is different than what you have in New York with Saquon.
Yes,
the Cowboys overpaid Ezekiel Elliott. We've talked about that before. They paid him. He deserved to get paid, but it was a little too much money. Was it 90 something, upwards of $90 million they gave him? And the way they structured it,
the way it was all structured, with guaranteed and all this and everything, it came to be $100 million. Yeah.
So, and it was at the back end. He lost a step.
Yes.
Saquon Barkley, even after coming back off of the injury, still has a burst, still has some speed.
Yes.
Look at the reel and the short I put on Dalvin Cook, and you just watch that brother burn and go. They still have that burst and that step. Zeke lost a little bit of his, and the thing is, they should have. I think if Zeke wouldn't have lost the step, the Cowboys would have restructured that contract.
Yes,
and kept him around. But because he wasn't that same oomph, they went ahead and let him go. And everybody was saying, "He's still a chance he'll come back." To me, if Ezekiel Elliott was going to come back, it would already been done by now. So to me, the situation is a little bit different with him than these other two because they still have a lot to offer. The team is trying to get off cheap with Saquon and protect it. The thing that sucks is they can put a franchise tag on him this year for 10.1 and come back the next year, hit him with it again, and it only goes up like 120% or something like that. So really, it will go up like another $150,000, I think. So it'll be 10.15 next year. It's like, come on, man. For what he's going to do and how they're going to use him, he's got to get paid before he gets back on the field because it's not worth the risk.
But what do you do, though, if you're Saquon Barkley and saying, hey, I don't want to sign the franchise tag. They still have his rights.
Don't. Hold out. Fuck them. Excuse my French. It's easy for me to say that, Jay, and I understand that. I know I'm an old head. I know I'm an outside looking in. But at some point in time, if you really believe in your value and your worth, you got to stick to it. Like, look at Stephon Diggs right now. I'm not mad at Stephon.
Yeah. And I love that Jared Allen is now saying part of the Diggs situation is it's kind of his fault a little bit. You know, he kind of played into this. Yeah, a lot of it is, sir. A lot of it is. Let me ask this question real quick, man. This is a crazy buff nerd question. Should running backs boycott?
I don't know. Well, I'm gonna give you two different. I'm gonna give you two answers to this, Jay.
Yeah,
because young people love their money.
Yes,
you would never get a whole group of a one position to buy in and carry out something that extreme because they don't want to miss out on a payday, especially when they believe that, you know, they just gonna go get somebody from the XFL, the USFL, or a guy on the street to come in and do my job. Boycott, no, but like Austin Eckler and everybody else, when it comes down to getting that payday, how they really want it, they got to stand true and don't give into it. If you know your value and worth and what a team really needs to pay you to get it, because this is my thing. At the end of the day, you look at it, the running back position is just not even valued anymore. But yet, so many teams who have success and win still rely heavily on the run.
No running back. Yes,
Look at
absolutely.
Kansas City. They are running the shit out of Pacheco. And he had to go get surgery at the end of the year. He played with a torn shoulder and stuff.
Yes.
On a rookie contract.
Because of Clyde. Listen, and what I'm saying, I asked this in modesty, but I mean, just the fact if you had 50% of your RB1s say, look, we're going to hold out until we can come together and leadership can say, hey, look, something has to be done. Right. And get with the unions to say, hey, something like this is what gets me. The unions have not stepped up for the running backs, in my opinion.
They're not going to, though, because it's fair market value. It's not like they're getting slave wages, Jay. You know what I'm saying? So it can always
this feels like slave wages,
but it can be justified. Saquon Barkley mad because he's gonna make $10.1 million. You know how many people are like, I'll take 10,000 right now, Alex. You know what I'm saying? So I feel where you're coming from. I feel exactly where you're coming from. I know what it is. This is my whole thing. You look at the revenue, and not to make this about the money because it's really about the running back in the game itself.
Yeah.
But you just look at the revenue and what's coming in, the deal that they inked with Amazon, YouTube TV now, bought the Sunday ticket, all this shit going on, all the money that the NFL is about to make. There can be guaranteed contracts. Next time that it's time for the union and the owners to negotiate. Players need to get be ready to be real uncomfortable and sit out and miss some bread to get the guarantee. How is this the most violent, most physical sport and the only one without guaranteed contracts still?
But see this, and that's why I don't get Morris and that group.
DeMaurice Smith.
Morris Smith. Yeah,
he worked
in that group. I know you can't say much.
I can say what I want to say. He's good.
I know. But what I
Bruffle.
But I mean, look, and I agree that CBA has to be more protective of the players themselves, knowing that, hey, you only got about 4 years. The average NFL, right, career is about 4.5 years.
Yeah.
So if you think about the running back, that's really where they are. That running back is about 4.5 years.
And then that's that bad time because of when you're unrestricted or restricted free agent, when you do your money. And so teams really almost try to get you to play through that rookie contract. And most time, if it's if you're not a first round pick, it's going to be that 3-year contract. And then they got that 4th-year option in the restricted agent, free agent year.
Yeah.
Before you become unrestricted. And they're going to lock you into some BS, man. And know pretty much the next year, either they got to pay you a little bit or let you go somewhere else. And then they'll bring the next guy in and do the same thing to him all over again. And
that's what happened with the Dak contract. And Dak was like, nah. And everyone's like, dude, you're going to make that money, though. They're like, yeah, but I want the years. I don't want 5, I want 4, because I want to be able to get my contract when the CBA is up, because that's going to be new money. And that's why he did what he did. That's why he did what he did.
Yeah, I'm not.
And not saying he's great.
I'm not mad at Dak for that part.
No.
But it's still so much other that goes to it. I just hate it because I'm an old school kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? I like the ground and pound. I like play action pass. I don't like just throw the ball 80 times a game shit. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to see Derrick Henry run between the tackles and run folk over. I want to see it. I really do. I want to see Saquon and the leads and the powers and the counters and the traps. A lot of the players that they don't like to run no more. I still like to see that. And at the end of the day, if you're going to be my bell cow and my workhorse, I need to reward you for it. Period.
Yeah.
Point blank,
True.
Because look at Earl Campbell and some of these guys nowadays, man. They can't hardly get around. It's some of the ages, some of these running backs that have a hip replacement, man.
It's sad, man.
Come on, dog.
It's really sad.
Take care of
it. I'm going to put this out of order, but let's go with this one. Shoei Otani, you talked about this. The question is, hold on, let me see what we got going on, Wallace. Do y'all really think the NFL can do fully guaranteed contract 50 players on the NFL roster? Yes.
Did you look at the revenue, Wallace? Hell yeah.
Yes,
they just signed like $100-some billion deal with Amazon. They paying commentators. They paying commentators.
There's only one workhorse. I know that's one workhorse. What up, Jamal? Good to see you, my guy.
It's that.
Yes. Huh?
You said one work. I don't know, but they can afford it.
They can afford it. Absolutely. 53-man roster. And how many dress out?
47 dress out. 53-man roster, 5 on the practice squad. So you got 58 people, pretty much. I think it is.
Yeah, and really, and when you look at the team, Derrick Henry is not the only workhorse in the NFL, bro. Come on, man.
But he's one of them, and
he is.
In about 2 more years, he's gonna be looking like Earl Campbell.
Earl Campbell, for sure.
It's gonna be hard for him to walk around in a couple years.
Dare I say maybe? And I'm not gonna put that on that dude. I'm just gonna say the way he runs and the way they run him, it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. Okay, Shoei Otani. Here's a question that's
me and
my boy and I came up with, and it was he actually asked this great question because we were talking about him and coming to Texas, and he came, and oh my gosh, how long can Shoei Otani last at this pace, pitching and hitting? And it's 2-part. Do we believe he is the greatest player since Babe Ruth?
Now, Jay, you know I'm not the biggest baseball guy, but to watch the highlights and see him do the things that he does is damn amazing. Now, this is my thing. When you posed this question to me earlier, I started to think, to me, baseball is the one game that you get to steal some longevity because of the resting periods that you have in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's a long season. You know, the more you think about it, you know, was it 162 games?
162 games.
162 games.
Yeah.
That's a lot of games, bro. And for this guy to play at this level, it's amazing to see.
It's Willie Mays.
How long can he do it? I don't know. But I mean, I just think he's going to pick and choose on, at some point in time, he's going to scale back on one or the other. And I was going to scale back on the pitcher.
Here's something that's scary. He actually hits better when he is pitching more. When he pitches on the days that he hits, he bats better.
So he has a better batting average?
Yes.
On the days he pitches, his batting average is actually better?
It's better.
Hold on. I got a button for that.
It's better. It's better. So what was happening is when he first got into the league, you know, they went with this, okay, he's gonna pitch and then rest and then hit and then, you know, pitch. And so we're gonna rest him in between that. And what they were finding was that on the double headers or the time that, hey, we had to squeeze him in here, he was actually hitting better. So as the seasons wore on, now this season, they're kind of like, look,
do you
pitch, hit? Do you? What do you feel like doing today? You want to do both? Do both.
I just like it. He's an oddity in baseball. Like stuff you don't see. Like I still never understood why in one league the pitchers had a designated hitter, in the other league they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like why is it in the American League they had a DH, in the National League the pitchers batted? Like Little League, everybody do everything. College, everybody does everything. Why not? I don't know. It's just like they made the game weird at the major league level to an extent, right? So part of it was like I just like what Shohei Otani does.
Shohei Otani, yes.
Yeah, because you don't see it. It's a rarity. And he does it like with such grace, and he loves playing the game. It's just like you see it. He plays with a sense of passion that is shit. It's crazy. And for 162 games, you know, it's hard for fools to be passionate for 16 games. And he does it for a whole season, as long as he can, man.
And keep it so. You know what? And that's what's crazy is we've had pitchers that can hit, but not like this.
Right. That's
not
true.
like this. Now, eventually, we talk about Babe Ruth. Yes, he pitched and he hit. And eventually what he did was he moved to first base. Right? He moved over to first base.
I hate that Babe Ruth comparison. Not trying to, now, the people, if y'all see this, don't get mad at me. The great bad, the big Gambino was a great player.
Bambino.
Yeah.
SWAT.
Awesome. Deal the snake.
Yeah.
But in today's age, I think there's so many players that I won't say that. I'll stop myself.
Well, no. Come on. It's what?
I think in today's age, there's a lot of there's players that can do what Babe Ruth did back then.
Oh, no. Listen, look, my man Jamal coming through. Second in strikeouts. When this dude pitches and hits, there's no one better on the field. And that's crazy to say in both offense and defense.
Right. That's true.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Babe Ruth is overrated, Jamal. See, and this is when.
Hey, think about it. Because if Josh Gibson was able to play in the major leagues the entire time and not have to do most of the stuff in the Negro leagues and with the aneurysm, come on, dog.
That's the same thing that's said about Satchel Paige. And yes, I agree.
It was like 100, though. We don't even know how old Satchel was his last year's pitching.
I agree. But we got to deal in realities here.
True.
And facts, right? And so, yes, you can say Babe Ruth is overrated. You can.
It's fighting word. Babe Ruth overrated. No.
You can say Babe Ruth is overrated, but there's no other comparison to this type of player doing this.
That's fair.
If you can show me a pitcher that hits like this or a hitter that pitches like this, like he's a complete baseball player. No, he's not pitching every day. He pitches on a regular rotation. But what I'm saying is that if he has to hit that day and pitch, he does it. There was a time when they would not let him do that. That's crazy though. And again, just understand that he leads the majors in strikeouts. I mean, he's second in strikeouts.
That's crazy.
And he leads in home runs in AL. And the Rangers are doing awesome. They're hitting, right? So is Tampa Bay. So just saying.
Hey, Jay, not to change the subject, man. How you like the Rangers' black uniform?
The white ones with the
white with the black hat, the black pants. Yeah,
I hate them, bro.
Red.
I absolutely hate them. I hate them. I absolutely hate them. Like listen, man. I rep TX all day, but I absolutely hate those. I don't know whose cousin's kids came up with those.
They said it's a throwback to, I forget, 19 something. It was old. It's an old throwback.
It should have stayed old. You
want to pump the brakes on them uniforms?
I think it's close to Babe Ruth. Absolutely.
Okay. Hey, for everybody that's watching late, and not to cut Jay off, I mean, y'all drop in the chat who y'all think the best baseball player of all time is. I mean, I just want to know.
We'll have to do a top 5 on that. But before we do that, man, let's get to this. I'm excited for this. Last down. LeBron is getting near the end.
Damn.
You thought I was going to avoid it? Come on. LeBron is getting towards the end, and realistically, so is KD. And you know what? We could throw Chris Paul in this.
I knew it. I don't know why I was going to say. He's going to say Chris Paul.
Because he fits this question. When they retire, Willie Mays, I know that's your guy. When they retire, LeBron, KD, Chris Paul, what team should they retire with or under? Usually you retire as a,
Yeah, because even if you leave a team, I know a lot of times you do the 1-day contract and sign back and retire with that team.
That team. What squad?
You threw me with on this one, Jay. Who you gonna start with, dog?
Let's start with Chris Paul. I think he's closer to retirement than the other two.
Man, dudes play. I mean, think about it. I don't think a lot of people even remember him playing with Charlotte with the Hornets. I don't think people remember that.
played with the Hornets. He played with New Orleans.
Right. It's still, I mean, he would, because that's when the whole franchise moved from Charlotte to New Orleans, and they came back as the Bobcats. Now that they got them Hornets again, whatever. Went to LA.
Played with the Clips.
Played with the Clippers for a long time. Good career with the Clippers. And then to Phoenix. I don't know why in my mind, man, when I say Chris Paul, I'm going to think of him as a Clipper.
Really?
And I know, I mean, I just think it's easy to say, well, Chris Paul has to retire with Charlotte, with the team that drafted him. But I don't even think people are going to really remember. I mean, I do because, you know, I'm old. I'm a little older. So I remember him getting drafted. I remember him at Wake Forest. I loved Chris Paul in college. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I followed his career because I just thought the whole story of him hitting the 63 points or whatever it was, the age his grandfather was when he got murdered coming out that convenience store. I just thought that was like just an amazing feat, man, by that young man at the time to do that to honor his grandfather. So I've always been a big Chris Paul fan. I've always followed him, but I don't know why. I just want to say when Chris Paul retires, he should retire a Clipper, and I can't even give you an explanation of why. That's just what I feel.
Brown is Cleveland easy. LeBron, and I think LeBron is kind of easy.
And he didn't play for so many people.
Not Cleveland, Miami, LA.
Cleveland, Miami, Cleveland, LA.
True. So I think
it is easy too. I don't think anyone would ever say LeBron James retires as anything but a Cleveland Cavalier.
No. Yeah. He should be a Cav. Yeah. Retired as a Suns because he didn't leave on good terms. We go, oh well, there is that part. And I think that was also due to Doc Rivers, though.
Yeah, some of that had to do with Doc. But Wallace, that's a good point.
Now I think the first two were pretty easy. I think actually he would probably retire as a Clipper. He had his best years there. A lot of memories there, and people do kind of remember him most in LA. KD. To me, this is the toughest one.
I'm ready for
I see you, Jamal, saying OKC, but
no, I don't. I don't see just the way it went down in OKC, the fallout kind of with him, James Harden, and Russell Westbrook, running out of there to go get the success that he has. I don't really see OKC. Brooklyn was a dumpster fire and a badass experiment, so he would never retire as Brooklyn. And I don't know if Jay, I don't know if he was in Golden State longer than 3 years ago to State or 2?
3.
3 years before he asked to get traded out of there.
Not KD. Who's retiring OKC? Not KD.
KD, man, I don't know. I can't see him retiring as a Warrior either.
My boy hit me up. He's watching, and I appreciate you, man. On that. Some players go in with no team at all, no team affiliation.
Really? I've never ever known that.
He mentioned Nolan Ryan. I was under the impression Nolan Ryan went in as a Ranger.
Or was it Astros?
Or the Stros. But I thought
I would assume Stros. That's just me. That's because I really remember Nolan Ryan for the Astros. And then he was with the Rangers when he was like whipping that dude ass and hitting him with the uppercuts, right? That was the best. That was awesome.
I love that. I think was that Sandy Alomar?
I think so.
Alomar? I think it's Alomar.
But damn, no affiliation, huh? But
nope,
I think I know in football you have to pick a team to retire because you got to get your severance from them, and then you got to get the retirement shit set up. So you have to pick a team. Because I know I didn't really care at the time when I did it. I just wanted my money, so I retired as an Indianapolis Colt.
Yeah. KD is going to be tough. Hall of Fame as a long Robin Ventura. That's who it was. Thank you, Jamal. It was Robin Ventura. I couldn't remember who it was. It was either Alomar.
I forgot.
Yeah.
Because he was
brought him into it. He charged the mound, put him in their headlock, and put them
Jay,
bees on.
I'm gonna hit you with one here.
What's up?
Because it's no longer a franchise, but it was when he got drafted. What if Kevin Durant said he wanted to retire as a Seattle Seahawk? I mean, Seattle Supersonic.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. You know what? That might be something he would do too. That would be crazy.
He might hit you with that okie doke.
He might. Seattle Supersonic.
A Seattle Supersonic. And I know what that'll make you say.
Sonics will be amazing. That, you know what? I'm gonna hit him up. Be like, hey man, you should retire as a Seattle Supersonic when it's time.
Because this is my thing. How many other teams do you think Kevin Durant will play for before he retires? Do you think he finishes as a Phoenix Sun, or you think he ends up somewhere else?
At least 2.
If he plays for 2 more teams, he has to retire a Supersonic.
Or a Longhorn. I do like the Longhorn.
Or a Longhorn, for sure. Yeah.
I think he actually may try to go to New York as a Knick. I think he might.
I wish I had a Scooby-Doo button. Huh?
I think he might.
What?
And I say this because New York, to me, they need maybe one piece starting and maybe 1 or 2 coming off the bench that are solid bench players. Because I like Barrett. Brunson is a beast. And if Randall can keep his shit together long enough, excuse me.
Hey, man, I think Randall going to be dealt this offseason. I really think they about to get rid of Julius Randle.
If he's dealt, then that just opens the door for him.
I mean they're going to have to do something. How many years?
It's not going to do it.
Hey, any of y'all that's watching, if y'all know, please put in the chat. How many years does Kevin Durant have left on that contract with Phoenix?
I think 2 years, maybe.
2?
I think 2 years, 3 years. It's not a lot. He didn't sign a long-term contract, but I'm just thinking though, that might be a landing spot. I think they, if they don't do Randall this season, not Golden State. Not Golden State, man.
I don't think so either. I don't think he goes in his Golden State work, though. Although that's where he got his championships.
That's where he got his championships.
I mean, he leased that jersey, dog. He wasn't really committed to the Bay Area, dog. He just wanted a championship.
Wallace, that's a good question. I'm trying to think if they moved right after. I want to say they moved.
I think it was either 1 or 2 seasons before the franchise moved. It was 4 years?
He's got 4 years left? Oh,
damn.
Nah, he ain't going to New York.
He ain't going to New York. He might retire Phoenix Sun.
Grant Dyson! What's up?
What's happening?
Hey, man, that's what's up. Good to see you. My dude.
My guy.
Man, that's a tough one. It's 4 years. You know what that contract would make me say though, game. If I had to,
oh hell no! 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 Oh hell no!
Oh hell no!
That's right. This is the part of the podcast where things we see this week make us say, "Oh hell no." I've got one off the rip. I don't know what yours is. Let me tell you what mine is.
Go ahead.
I feel like I've been saying this a lot this year, especially this season. Fans. Right here. Denver fans. I'm so glad that y'all won your first NBA championship. It's fantastic.
42 seasons, man.
40. No, I think this was the 47th season.
Okay, 47.
46 seasons. Right? You were one of the longest franchises in NBA that had not won a championship. But how do you shoot 10 people on the night that you win it, fans? Act like you've been there before, especially if your coach is saying, hey, this ain't it. He picks it up and says, oh, we about to win some more, but you want to go out and shoot 10 people? Come on. Let's do better, fans. Denver, you're better than this. I thought you were high. How you shoot people when you high? I don't understand this. I don't get it.
Damn. That's a hard act to follow, Jay. Because my oh hell no has nothing to do with anyone getting shot. But it has a lot to do with my favorite word, and I think you know what I'm about to say. Good old-fashioned fuckery at its best. Floyd Mayweather Jr. and John Gotti III. Have you seen the highlights? Have you seen this mess, Jay?
Oh, man. Hey, man, look, don't be playing no booty games.
Hey, this is my thing. Floyd Mayweather, at the end of the day,
yes.
no matter how I've heard some people say, well, he fought people when they weren't ready to fight him, and that's why he beat them. Okay, he beat them. He beat them. One of the best boxing records of all time. Why in the hell are you going around fighting all these exhibition fights? Yes, we still know you know how to make money, but here it is.
Yes.
You fighting somebody that's only halfway famous because they got a mafia name in John Gotti III. Referee stops the fight because Floyd was kind of letting him have the two-piece in the biscuit. He stopped it. Gotti ran around the referee and tried to swing at Floyd. Next thing you know, there's a sea of TBE and TMT hats surrounding this man, engulfed him in a corner, and a lot of bad things could have happened. That didn't, but they could have. To Floyd Mayweather, the man you are, the boxer, the boxer you are, the business person you were, and the entertainer you are, you don't need to go take these knucklehead ass exhibition fights no more. Just keep promoting your up and coming boxers, your business ventures all around the world and in Vegas, and enjoy life. Quit climbing in the ring with clowns, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like lions chill with lions, hyenas chill with hyenas. Don't you get your ass in that ring with the hyena and think that you're gonna bring the hyena up. He gonna bring your ass down. Oh hell no. Nah.
That is a great one. Thank you, Wallace, for that update. KD was drafted in 07. They moved in 08. Listen, to me, this dude, he's had too much of the Logan Paul and Jake Paul juice. This is what it reeks of to me. This is where boxing has become, is that he said, hey, this is how they make their money, and they're not even real boxers. And so now it's everybody wants to come in and they want to talk their nose. Oh, you know what? I could take Mayweather. All right, let's get in here and let me show you what I can do. And I think that's what this really boils down to.
Drives me crazy.
He gets the purse, so he's stacking racks on racks on racks. I get that, but I think this tarnishes his legacy as a great fighter, right? Because you're becoming now a Jake Paul and a Logan Paul. You're an exhibition fighter. Damn. And I'm so glad to see Tyson not do this anymore.
Well, I think him and Roy Jones Jr. still tired from the last time they did it.
That's what I'm saying. That's a oh hell no.
Oh boy, that hey man, let me just say, I think I laughed like I was at a comedy show when I saw Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. Because Roy was like, he wanted none of the punches.
Man,
casing his ass around. Man, dog. It was
listen. I didn't know they allowed bicycles in a boxing ring because Jones was definitely on his. Hey man, let's get to that next part. Season is over. The final keep it on the court for tonight anyway. Let's do it. Denver, your Nuggets.
That dude in the highlights, he played defense like Jimmy Butler in the fourth quarter.
Bro. Okay. We know Denver won. Jokic, vindication for the two MVPs. Like, People now can stop saying he didn't really deserve it.
I think he had to win it, Jay. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, vindication. I believe so. Because this is the thing. And I said it myself. Hell, I guilty, Your Honor. I said that there was no way Jokic deserved to be MVP 2 years in a row when he couldn't even get his team to the finals. I was like, anybody that's supposed to be that good and that much of a superstar should be able to show it by making it to the promised land. And Nikola Jokic did that this year. So I think that there's a little bit of vindication in there.
Are we ready to call him superstar now?
You already called Jokic a superstar when we had the argument about Jimmy Butler. Did you? How quickly do thee forget?
I'm just no. I'm asking if you're ready, if the world is ready, and it's just not you, but is the world ready?
Oh yeah. The world said that last night. I mean, he walked away from the podium and didn't even from the stage and didn't even grab the MVP trophy. Like, yeah, whatever.
True. Yeah.
So
the coach is holding it.
Yeah, like I think everyone got a chance to see. Because think about this, man. We get those Denver games late at night. Like they get put on with the West Coast games. So a lot of times, a lot of people don't even really get a chance to see what what Jokic could do. And I think the finals put him on display where everyone was finally able to check him out on a big stage and see what he was really capable of, and that he was deserving of the MVP.
And let's be real about this team and their style of play. And this is what I said to someone this week. I said the problem with Jokic and everyone else seeing him as, superstar is his style of play. It's not flashy per se. It's not, big dunks and I'm beating chest and he makes the best basketball play.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great passer.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to come down. He'll shoot a floater. He'll back you down, pass it out. Like he's a basketball player. And so he's not flashy. He's a big guy at that. And when he runs, you're like, damn, that dude is slow.
Right.
God, he looks out of breath.
And then he go and pass somebody to the basket. You're like, how he do that?
Right. So I think that also plays into it as far as being a superstar and all-star. But I think that part of it, yes, we can definitely say that. Are we ready? What do we do with Jimmy Butler at this point?
Oh, shit. We talk about Jimmy again?
I think we have to. I mean, we can say what we want to about Denver. Denver won it. Denver
won. Congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. I tip my hat to y'all. Jamal Murray, I'm a fan now.
It was 16-4. 16-4 in the playoffs.
Who's that?
Denver. They never got to an elimination game. It was 16-4.
Impressive. Man, this is my thing. And I know you and I don't see eye to eye on Jimmy Butler and how we classify him. Jimmy Butler, to me, is still a superstar. But I think he needed the championship to really solidify it. He didn't get the championship, but I still don't think that takes away from Jimmy Butler. I mean, you can sit down, you can walk away buff nerd all you want. You can argue.
Bro,
you can tell me I'm crazy. It's all good, man.
Doing here, like I feel like sports, and then you say stuff like that. Jimmy Butler, because of this series, at best now to me is an all-star. At best,
you tripping, dog.
I can't. Come on,
you tripping.
That dude went away.
I mean, he disappeared a couple times in the series.
Oh, couple means two.
Hey, man.
Couple means two.
I'm just going to leave this right here. You take it for how you want to take it.
He wilted.
We move on with our lives.
And I understand he's injured, but gosh. Yeah, exactly.
Jimmy Butler makes your team better. And we've talked about this in the chop shop. That's why I don't want to keep going back and forth. Because right now it's just like it's tomato. You know what I'm saying? Like Or maybe it's lemon and strawberry. That shit, I don't know. It's just it's not, I saw something. I just feel like I saw something in Jimmy Butler that he's better than an all-star to me. Now, I don't know about that. I don't know if there's an in-between category that I'm gonna try to make up between superstar and all-star. Like future legend shit. I don't know, Jay. But
my boy's going off. He said Jimmy Buckets was exhausted from carrying them bastards. 11 cats is heavy. I'm not gonna say
yeah,
11
your boy is right.
He carried him. I get that. But you know what? Well, I won't say 11. It was 10 because Bam Adebayo was playing his ass off.
Big Bam, I give it to him. Caleb Martin stepping up, being a guy that was cut and picked up after having a tryout with the Heat, man, because your boy J. Cole got you a workout. That's what's up. They had some guys play big, but everyone missed shots, and you can't win a championship when you're shooting the way they did from beyond the arc. They're little, they couldn't stop the big, the bigs in the middle. And for once, Michael Porter Jr. showed up and played because Brown had been coming off the bench outplaying him. And I was like, I'm so sick of this overhyped Michael Porter Jr. ass dude. You talking about overpaid and overhyped, got paid off potential, and he finally showed up.
Bam Adebayo, poor man's Anthony Davis. I would rather take. Who would you rather have?
Shit,
Anthony Davis or Bam Adebayo?
Who said that?
All right, this is my boy right here. He's hitting me up. He don't like to get on the socials.
Oh, okay, that's cool. This is my whole thing.
Who would you take
right now?
Right
now. These playoffs here. I'm going with Bam Adebayo.
Absolutely.
Because Bam knows his role and is going to play his role. AD is still confused. He want to be a point center. The guard of him still comes out, and when the wind blows too hard, he lays down like a feather.
Man, and look, you can say that it's easy to show up, when no one cares. Hey, his picture was being plastered all over the finals and all that other stuff, right? So, as far as Bam Adebayo, look, man, you
Woo, a poor man's Anthony Davis.
Poor man's Anthony Davis.
Y'all gonna make me pose that question on a poll tomorrow.
Dude, who would you rather have? Bam Adebayo or Anthony Davis? And I would pick Bam Adebayo 9 out of the 10 times. It's that one time, like,
Anthony Davis is still another guy to me that was hyped up off of talent and potential. Like I said, just go back to New Orleans. He never took his team to the promised land. He never got them over the hump. And they always said, well, he didn't have anybody with him. Okay.
Oh, my God.
That boy was a China doll eating beignets long time ago.
Talking about eating beignets. Anyway, we're not going to talk about him tonight because hopefully he's on the mend and will play in New Orleans.
You need to go talk to Zion about.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Hopefully. So, Miami has said, and they've stated, they're going to pursue a high-level player, a superstar, basically, to add to the squad because they just don't feel like they have one.
Is Dame time coming? Ooh.
Could he coexist with Jimmy Butler?
Yeah, you said Jimmy ain't no superstar, and
he's an all-star.
And Jimmy missed some shots.
And Dame will take the shots. That's for sure.
Think about it.
I don't think that was their issue.
No, the
Heat will take shots. They just missed a lot.
Vincent is a good player, and he stepped up big in the playoffs for them certain times. But he's a role player. He's not a starting point guard. So you got to go pursue somebody and have Gabe Vincent be able to come off the bench and help you. That's just kind of what that is, man. No shade and no slight to him. He's an NBA player, dog. He's earned his way into the league, but a championship caliber point guard, as far as like leading the team, It's not his role. It's not what he's going to be able to do.
Miami would have to give up a lot though to get him.
Get Dame?
Yeah.
Boy.
They would have to, but would it be worth it?
Shit, if that's the one piece you need to get you to the promised land, well, you got to the promised land from the playing game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that you don't like to talk about.
Man, look, we're gonna have to put this in the chop shop for real. Vincent as a backup point guard is good. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Vincent is a backup.
Yeah. My boy said Dame is a dog like the rest of the team. He is. The more I think about it, yeah, that would be a nice fit for him. I think that elevates Miami to the point where it's like, hey, you know what? I can see them in the Eastern Conference most years.
Damn.
Most years.
You putting multiples on there. Damn. Not one, not two, not three.
I think the way Miami beat Boston, there's something wrong with Boston internally. And maybe it's the rookie.
Jaylen Brown is jealous of Jason Tatum.
So there's something there. There's something wrong.
You got a fat point guard in Marcus Smart.
Yeah, you got to get rid of him.
Now listen, and I say that jokingly, but honestly, I love Marcus Smart as a player. But if he's running your point, and then you're not even running Brown and Tatum off screens to help move them around, you keep them out on the wing, just take 2 dribbles and force that jump shot. When Jaylen Brown has showed that he's a dog when he drives and goes to the basket.
Yep.
Man, what I tell you earlier, man, about that goddamn coach they had? What I tell you? You thought I was tripping.
He's not ready.
Mazzola? Shit. Like he was drinking Mazzola.
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, so that leaves Milwaukee in the East.
Mm-hmm.
And
and the Sixers.
Man, look, the process is done.
What? Done?
It's done, man. It's done. It's time. It's time. It's time. When your team gives up on your coach, and look, I'm not saying Doc is the guy there, okay? He wasn't. But when your team gives up on the coach and the team is looking at each other like, well, what do we do here? Yeah, no.
Hey, you know what the knock is on Doc, Jay? What I've heard?
What's that?
That Doc can't make adjustments. He's good at front-running coaching. But when good coaches make adjustments against him, he can't make those same adjustments, and it bites him in the butt. That's just what,
But I would think this long in the league, but you are who you are, you coach how you coach. So
when you get away with certain things when you have a little bit of success, and it's not, you don't get exposed as easily.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Man, look, we're going to put this in the chop. Make sure we put this in the chat. Hey, thank y'all for putting in. It's time for us to get to that last part of the podcast. The top 5.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.
That's right. Some people have a top 100. Some have a top 50. Some have a top 25. Some even punk out and have a top 10 list. But we don't do that here at Big Game Sports Buzz. No. Top 5, who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. This week, top 5 vacation spots you either want to go to or you've been to. Because it's summer. It's time to vacate. Let's go.
Summer. Oh. Well, Jay, once again, you hit me with a doozy.
That's what I do.
I kept it easy, and I got specific. I tried to because you have to be specific.
Yeah.
Earlier we talked pre-show, and you mentioned Disney.
Yes.
And, if you don't like being in theme parks, Disney has another option for you. And that would be the Disney cruise. I believe, man, let me tell you, as a grown man, I had one of the best times of my life on a damn Disney cruise. My kids were in heaven. They had adult things to do as well. They had games for the kids, shows for the kids, movies for the kids, and they still had the back of the boat had the adult sports bar. And when we went, it was Father's Day weekend, and it was like, "Hey, Dad, go up there and enjoy the bar." And da 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 da. And they had the bags. My wife and everybody had the kids, and I just really went and me and some other dads was up there having great conversation and stuff. But Disney Cruise is awesome. And this is my whole thing. You don't even have to be young to go. Like you can have, you don't have to have kids to actually even go and enjoy a Disney Cruise, man. Disney Cruise is what I got for my number 5.
All right.
Maui, Hawaii. Hawaii can be a little expensive, but going over, the first time I went to Maui was my honeymoon. The wife and I had a great time. The excursions, the getaways, the boating with the dolphins and everything. So I say Maui just because of what I was able to see and do. And they also got the volcanic helicopter rides. That's straight player.
You get in the water with the dolphins? You just boat with them? Like,
No, I didn't. The little bottlenose dolphins scared the hell out of me, dog. I you know what I'm saying, from the boat. Jay?
Man, you big dolphins.
I did snorkel when I was over there for the first time.
What?
And do you remember the movie the Toy with Richard Pryor?
Yes.
Do you remember when the piranhas? He went in the water with the piranhas and he ran out on top of it. Huh?
That was you.
Hey, dog, a big fish. My wife is laying on the beach. I'm snorkeling. I'm having a good time. I start like in this little cove when I got adventurous and went out in the ocean. And all of a sudden, Aisha said she just heard, and I'm running. I swear, I feel like I'm running on top of the water. And they said, "What happened?" I was like, "A fish touched me." Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I have not snorkeled since then. I have not snorkeled in 23 years.
Oh my God, bro.
Yes. I have not snorkeled in 23 years.
Before we started this, I almost died.
My bad. Maui is awesome, though. Maui is awesome. The Mount Rose Ski Resort in Lake Tahoe. On the Tahoe, California side, it is 25 miles from Reno, Nevada. You can see the Sierra Nevada mountains, and yet also the lake. It's the highest ski base in all of Nevada as far as like skiing goes, and it's just awesome.
Sharks Up, we dedicated to Big Game James.
Yes, Grandizer, they do. Shark Week,
bro. You got to make sure you cut when you were screaming, please. I need that.
You need that? Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. Happen. Our Bureau Star Grand Paraiso in Mexico. I don't know if you've ever done all-inclusive resorts, Jay, but our Bureau Star Grand are adult only. It's their Rolls Royce line of their properties. And when I say they treat you like royalty, they treat you like royalty. The facilities are immaculate. 24-hour room service. All the food and beverage you want around the clock.
All inclusive.
It's just amazing. So, yeah. This last one.
That's what's up, man.
Place I want to go just because I've seen the stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
The Maldives. Or Maldives, however you say it.
Maldives. Yeah, the Maldives.
The overwater villas with the glass bottom, with partial glass bottom floors, so you get to look down into the ocean. I heard it's like beyond crystal clear. The only bad thing I heard about the Maldives is the travel, getting there.
Yeah,
I heard it takes like almost an entire day to get over there, and you have to plan for that. But that's kind of one of my dream spots. I think I want to go because I know that's a high priority of my wife. She loves the beaches and the oceans and everything else, and the Maldives are immaculate reviews, and the water looks just like a dream. So
nice.
That's my top 5, bro.
Very good, sir. Man, listen, I'm in agreement with you on this Disney cruise. I haven't been yet, but let me tell you what adults tell me. They enjoy it, and they go without kids. These are people who don't have kids and like, nah, I wanted to go. And people with kids are like, no, you drop them off and they go away and you see them for dinner and you drop them off and you go do your thing.
Hey, man, they give them a house arrest bracelet.
I don't care if it's house arrest bracelet.
Your kids have a monitor and you can just leave them be. And it should be, bzz, bzz. They know your kids at the whole time.
Love it. So I can't wait. I'm ready to book. I'm ready to book that cruise. So for sure, I'm in agreement with you on that. Hawaii is one of those places that it's cliche-ishly beautiful. It don't make no sense. There's rainbows. It don't make like it gets you into your feelings like that's beautiful. Like you just sit there, you be like, wow, it's just nice. Very, very beautiful place. That's definitely a vacay spot I would go to. It is expensive, but it's definitely a great place. Hey man. Sydney, Australia is another one that actually is there. And
I want to go to Australia too.
Australia is amazing. Just the people are great, the food is great, the drinks are great, everything is great there. And you just say I'm American and you just take care of. It's a beautiful thing. So definitely shout out there, Sydney, Australia. Really, if you go to Australia, it's great. Even New Zealand, haven't been one to go, but Sydney, Australia, that's the spot. Tanzania, I heard, is actually a great place to go. And that's one of the places that I want to go. So Tanzania is on my list. I met some people who lived there for a while and they said, yes, it's everyone speaks English and they take American dollars and it's just a fantastic thing. And so Tanzania beaches, they said, do you want to just sit on the beach and do nothing? I said, yes. They said Tanzania. I was like, yes, sign me up. So I'm down for that. This is the last place, man. And I went and I absolutely loved it, enjoyed it. That was Punta Cana. Punta Cana.
Wait, is that Dominican?
That is the Dominican Republic. DR.
I've been to the DR 3 times. I ain't got to go back.
I understand.
But
I like to go to places that I've been. And that's one of my favorite summer spots and want to go back.
Jay, where'd you stay when you went to Punta Cana? Can you disclose that or?
No.
Okay. Iberostar Grand over in the Dominican.
Okay. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
It was not there. It was something else. But man, it was, dude.
It was right down the street. It was right down the street from the Hard Rock.
Yeah. Okay. Mine was too.
Yeah.
It was like Royal something. Man, all I know is it was, man, all inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Away.
Man. And
Yes,
they just give you Mama Joanna, like, here, have some more Mama Joanna. Like, I don't want no Mama Joanna. I don't want no more. No, have some more. I drink with you. Like, no, I don't want any.
We went on a tour. We did a Doom Buggy tour. We were in Punta Cana.
Yeah.
And we actually went to a place where they like bottled Mama Juana, and they had just a bottle with the wood in it, and they poured that wine. Like, you want to buy? Like, you got me drinking wine with sticks and talking about.
Yes,
it's gonna make my missus smile later. Like, what the hell wrong with y'all?
I had to dry out though. Like while I was there, we were there for 7 days.
Ooh.
Like by that 4th, 5th day, I was like, okay, enough. So we shut the curtains and just nobody. Yeah, just bring food to the door. You know, just I got to dry out a little bit.
Damn.
Okay, yeah, because it was too much. Hey, as per the usual, man, fun cast. It was fun. Thank y'all for joining in. Thank y'all for commenting. That's always a great part of this podcast. It makes it even better. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and share this out. Come back, subscribe. We're going to be here next week. Yeah, I think so. Tuesday. I know tomorrow we have Chop Shop. So we'll see. A Reed should be in here. If he ain't doing nothing, I don't know. I'm being petty.
Coming from the guy who will probably be late.
Why we gotta do that? Why we gotta do that?
My bad. I'm sorry.
We're supposed to show we're friends.
Oh, we friends, man. Hey, man. Thank y'all for tuning in to BGSB. That's the Buff Nerd J Styles. I'm your boy, Big
Let's go.
James. And until next time, peace.
Dope. It's a dope groove by Speed.
Yeah. It's a big game. Who you know that got it behind the scenes like behind the O-line soon as the QB say hype? It's big game.